Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're looking closely at a really ancient story. It's about Abraham buying a burial plot for his wife, Sarah.
Right. It's from a very old text.
Yeah, and what's amazing is just how much detail there is for what, seems like a simple transaction on the surface.
Absolutely.
So our mission today is to unpack that. What does this story really tell us about their social customs, how they handled negotiations, and, well, the whole idea of owning land back then?
It's fascinating, isn't it, how this very personal moment of loss opens a window into, well, the entire social fabric of that time. It's more than just finding a gravesite.
Okay, so let's set the scene. Sarah dies, she's 127, in a place called Kiriath Arba, that's Hebron, in Canaan.
Ah.
And the text mentions Abraham mourning her, a very human starting point.
Exactly. That grief is the catalyst for everything that follows. It really underscores the need for, dignity for the dead, a proper burial. That's fundamental.
And then Abraham approaches the Hittites, the locals. He refers to himself as a stranger and foreigner when he asks them to sell him some land.
Yeah, that phrasing is crucial.
Right. It highlights his position. He's vulnerable. He doesn't have automatic rights there. So the request is very polite.
Precisely. It signals he understands his status, he respects their ownership, and he's initiating this respectfully. Offering to pay, he's not demanding anything.
And this is where it gets, well, quite interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The Hittites respond, calling him an honored prince among them.
Mm-hmm.
And they offer him the pick of their tombs for free. What's going on there? Is it pure generosity?
Well, it certainly looks generous, but in that kind of society, such a grand public offer. It might also be about, establishing a relationship, maybe even a subtle kind of social obligation. It's likely not just simple kindness.
Okay, so it's complex.
Yeah.
But Abraham, he politely declines that offer.
Yes, he does.
He's very specific. He says he wants to buy Ephron's cave, the one at Machpelah, right at the edge of his field.
That specificity is key. He doesn't just want a place, he wants that place.
Why do you think? Had he scouted it out?
It strongly suggests he had. Perhaps he knew the location. Maybe it held some significance we don't know about. It moves beyond a general need to a very focused desire.
Then Ephron himself speaks up publicly in front of all the elders.
Right, at the city gate, a public forum.
And he offers the field and the cave as a gift. Again, this public declaration, that feels like it adds a layer of, social pressure.
Oh, absolutely. A public gift like that creates a different dynamic. It seems generous, yes, but accepting it might create an unspoken debt or obligation for Abraham. It's a social maneuver, potentially.
Which makes Abraham's next move even more striking. He insists on paying. He wants to buy it full price. He seems determined to have it as a permanent, legally sound possession, not just a favor. What's he trying to avoid there?
He's ensuring clarity. By paying, especially a recognized price, he establishes undeniable ownership. There's no ambiguity, no potential for future claims that it was just a loan or a temporary gift. It's about securing that land permanently for his family. Very forward-thinking.
So Ephron names the price, 400 pieces of silver. But then he adds that little phrase, what is that between friends?
Yeah, that's classic negotiation, isn't it?
It feels like it.
Yeah.
Is he genuinely minimizing it? Or is it a way to make Abraham feel like he's getting a fair deal, maybe discourage haggling?
It could be both, really.
Wow.
It's a delicate dance. He names a significant sum, 400 shekels, was not trivial, but frames it casually. It allows him to look magnanimous while still getting paid well.
And Abraham doesn't push back on the price. He just agrees and pays the 400 silver pieces. The text even specifies it was weighed out, according to the standard market rate.
Important detail that shows a formal, recognized system of exchange.
And crucially, he does this publicly, right there in front of the Hittite elders who were witnessing the whole thing. Why was that public witness so vital?
In a society likely without extensive written contracts like ours, public witness by respected community members, the elders at the city gate, was the contract. Their presence validated the transaction, made it legally binding within their community.
Right, it makes it official.
Exactly. Their witnessing ensured everyone knew the land had formally changed hands.
And the text really hammers this home. It explicitly lists what was transferred. The field, the cave within it, even the trees around it. All conveyed to Abraham as his permanent possession, witnessed at the city gate.
That level of detail, field, cave, trees, witnesses, location, it leaves absolutely no room for doubt. It underscores the legal finality and the importance of this specific plot of land to Abraham.
And then the purpose is fulfilled. Abraham buries Sarah in the cave. It becomes the family burial site. The story wraps up by saying again, the field and cave were secured to Abraham by the Hittites for use as a burial property.
Solidifying the permanence.
So pulling back from the details, what are the main things we learned from this deep dive?
Well, it's quite rich, isn't it? This seemingly straightforward story actually tells us a lot about ancient social structures, the careful dance of negotiation, especially when you're an outsider, and the profound weight given to land ownership and proper burial rights. Abraham's insistence on a clear, paid witness transaction really speaks volumes about establishing permanent roots, security, legacy.
Absolutely. It makes you think differently about what might seem like just an old transaction. It raises that question for all of us. Really, what does it truly mean to establish roots and create a legacy? Something definitely worth pondering.